Hello there, friends, and welcome to episode 30, the big 3-0 of Ilum Radio. I was
Wow.
hoping episode 30 would be the Mandalorian premiere, but, we're off by one, but that's fine. That'll be episode 31. Anywho, we're your hosts, David Barrett Menace, and with me always is my good friend and pal, Millie. How you doing tonight, Millie?
Y'all, Mando comes out this Wednesday. That's nuts.
Yeah, it does. So, depending on when you're seeing this,
Ooh.
we're recording this February 27th, the eve of February 27th. So, a couple more days until Mando, and holy shit. But we'll talk about that. We will talk about that. We have some, as always, this is Ilum Radio, so we have random predictions and things that are out there and talk about and things.
God, we gotta make our predictions for both
Yeah.
both shows at the end.
Yeah, we do.
Oh Lord.
So, tonight, well, first off, let's cover some quick Star Wars news for you guys.
Yes, that's important.
The last of the guests that are going to be for Star Wars Celebration were announced. We're a little sad because some of the people we were hoping they would announce were not announced. However,
They could still show up.
Exactly.
Surprised guests like
Exactly.
Harrison Ford and Rosario Dawson and Pedro Pascal.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like announcing the big stuff.
I mean, John Williams was a
They could
surprise for
still
Orlando, so.
True. I think all three of them were a surprise. Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, John Boyega. I don't remember, but yeah.
But we hopefully we'll see them and it'll be big news. But the final three that were announced were a no-brainer. Warwick Davis. Again, no-brainer because we kind of figure he's always there and this is his thing, and of course
He's always hosting too.
Exactly.
As well as Anthony Daniels, he always does his own panel on the stage.
Mm-hmm. We also have Annabelle Davis, which I did not know from watching Willow that was his actual daughter.
Yes.
I think I did not know that.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
Very, very cool. And last but not least, and obviously Millie's favorite, Denise Go. And if you don't recognize that name,
Yes.
she played
Jermiro.
the ISB Othifer. So yeah, those are the three that were announced. The last that were
Another
announced.
work in progress costume.
Dude, you're gonna
Or
rock that.
breeding costume. Yeah, I will.
Dude, you're gonna rock that so hard.
As soon as I'm done with the Dark Ray, that's my next costume.
Telling you, man. I'm telling you, all they need to do is just have Quinlan Voss with a beard, and I'm in there like swimwear, man. That's all I need. Just give me Quinlan Voss with a beard.
Imagine if he shows up in Ahsoka.
Yeah,
That's a stretch.
it's a stretch because,
I know he was mentioned in Kenobi, and that took place years before Ahsoka takes place. So
I would rather him show up in the next season of Andor because that would make more sense time-wise.
Yeah.
Or Jedi Survivor because that would also make sense
True.
time-wise if he were to show up
that's true.
with the beard. But we will see. Again, we always get into these little where they're going to be and who is what.
You're so right, though. Wait a minute, you're. Oh no.
It
okay.
makes the most
We're
sense.
gonna-
If he's going to show up anywhere, it makes the most sense in
Yeah.
Jedi Survivor.
You're right. You're right.
We also got some other quick gaming news. Well, personal gaming news for Ilum Radio. We are working on having a gaming streaming night. More details for that to come. We just gotta find a good day that gels with not only our recording / episode release schedule, but also a good day to stream that hopefully you guys will be interested in, a day you guys would like to watch. We have there's a lot of Star Wars games that are planned that I purchased. A lot of them that I haven't played, such as Republic Commando and the Jedi Knight series, and so on. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of streaming content, hopefully coming soon. But
Also, Dave, a certain someone has mentioned constantly about when are we going to release all of our episodes in audio form. Do you have an update on that? Because I feel like you won't stop answering that question until we actually do it.
yeah,
So,
I just gotta find the easiest way to export the audio, but kind of figured it out more or less, like to do it from YouTube specifically. Also from the Star Wars celebration, but soon. Those are coming soon. I swear to God, those are coming soon. You'll see that on our social medias. Trust me.
You'll definitely see it before Jedi Survivor, like the
Yes.
updates.
Absolutely.
So.
Also from the Star Wars celebration, they're not gonna have it next year. They're skipping a year and they're going back to, I guess, every other year schedule. It's gonna come back in 2025.
That's good because we don't want another celebration the next year because then it'll just hurt our wallets. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that went to Anaheim are going to London this year, and I applaud them for that.
Yeah.
So, it'll save a lot of people more time and money to work on stuff they want to wear to celebration, as well as save up the money to actually, travel to wherever this next celebration is going to be. Now, obviously, they won't announce where the next celebration will be held until the end of this year's celebration in London. So, until then, we just have to speculate where this next celebration will be. My personal hopes, and this is just me being biased, but I kind of want this next celebration to be held like in the Northeast, like closer to where Dave and I are, just so we don't have to deal with like price of plane tickets and stuff. But I don't mind being in Orlando again. But if they were to hold a celebration up here in the Northeast, I would totally see it being held at same convention center as New York Comic Con, because Reed Pop also runs New York Comic Con. Oh, that's already a big enough venue to hold a large convention like that. But Boston Convention Center is also a good venue because PAX East is held there every year, and Reed Pop also runs that con. So I don't know. This is just me being biased. So
no,
I'm
same.
Sure you'll agree with me on this, Dave.
Oh, I totally agree with you. I mean, not like we're both New Englanders, so it's like it'd be nice if it was in our region that we can easily get to, and that. I mean, first and foremost, I just hope it's in the United States because that, makes it 10 times easier,
Yeah.
But yes, you are correct and right, and I totally agree. If it was here in the Northeast, specifically New England, specifically in Boston at the convention center, that would be effing dope because that convention center...
I'll honestly freak out, and I'll be like, oh no, that means I have to be involved with the planning process for everything.
Yes. I mean, and that convention center is dope. If you guys have never been to the Boston Convention Center, it is pretty cool. It is dope. I love going there for PAX. Cool. Like, absolutely love going
there for PAX and Fan Expo Boston, because that's where I go. Anyway.
So tonight, our main event, we will be talking about Bad Batch Episode 10, Retrieval. And, as per usual, Millie called some stuff that we were going to see. So... I'm just going to get it out there. As soon as I saw the scene, as soon as Omega said it, I went, God damn, Millie. And that's when...
What did I say?
So, Omega's trying to get the transceiver for, like, the Marauder, right? And she's, like, trying to do things, blah, blah, blah. And, like, freaking Wrecker says his line, I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm hot. And I'm hungry. And all of a sudden she goes, wait! I can use a transceiver on Gonki. Gonki's on the ship. And as soon as I'm like, God damn it, Millie. Like, she was right. Gonki was on the ship. Son of a bitch. Damn it.
What I didn't expect there was actually Gonki being the reason for them that they were able to find the Marauder. That was something I wasn't expecting.
True.
Very clever. But I did know all along that Gonki was on that ship with Lula. And I hope they found Lula too, because I'm sure they did, but off camera. But yeah, that would have been... devastating for both Wrecker and Omega if they lost Lula.
Yeah.
And they cleaned all the things out of the ship. Anyway, we're jumping ahead.
So yeah, that new character, like Benny, like he's definitely
Benny Barrow.
Yep. Very like scoundrelish. Like I feel like they kind of took parts of like Han Solo and parts of Ezra actually. He really reminded me a lot of Ezra.
Yeah, he reminded me a lot of Ezra Bridger, 100%.
Like holy shit.
Force. Yeah.
I mean,
also with the tiny sprinkle of Rey too, like, with her and Ankar Plutt. like with the portions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of got that little sprinkle of Ray as well, like, you know.
No, definitely. Yeah, because of the whole they're working for food and stuff. And yeah, so this episode was very just. I don't want to say it was filler because
Definitely not. No, this is definitely not filler at all.
yeah, because like our it kind of like turned our clone friends more into knowing why they need to fight for the rebellion or against the Empire rather than being mercenaries, you know? Because they're fighting for a good cause, essentially. Like, I mean, yes, first originally they're going to get their ship. That was like their original plot. But then when they saw what Homeboy was doing to like all the miners, what was the guy's name? Moko? That's it, yeah, Moko. Once they discovered like what Moko was doing, the big weird guy, then it's like, oh, okay, cool, all right. And then they started kind of like
it's Mako.
I think
The pronunciation.
you're probably right.
It's been a while. Mako sounds more like a Star Wars name.
That's true. Mako. Polo. Anywho,
Jesus.
but I do like how Benny brought like the Marauder into the hangar bay. It was almost like he like kind of didn't know what he was doing. Like the ship was like trying to crash as he was trying to like land it and do stuff. But yeah, what are your? I mean, because I know you said you love really like Benny Barrow. Like,
Yeah, so I found out that he's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. And for those who don't know who Yuri Lowenthal is, he is a well-known voice actor in the voice acting community for voicing freaking Spider-Man in the PS4 Spider-Man game.
oh,
And he apparently also voices a character in Rebels. Let me go on his IMDb or his Wikipedia page because it'll say who he voices. So Yuri Lowenthal voices Captain John Vander, and for those who don't know who Captain John Vander is, he was actually in the original Star Wars film as I think his what is his call sign? I forget. Gold Leader.
Oh my
He was
god!
Gold Leader in the originals, and he voices Gold Leader in Star Wars Rebels.
No shite.
Really
That is
unrelated
cool.
to Benny Barrow, but still a pretty cool fact.
That is really cool. I did not know that. That is so dope.
I had to do some digging. I was like, wait a minute. He was in Star Wars before. Google. Oh yeah, he voiced Gold Leader.
You are scarily good with that, man. Like, holy shit. I'm more like, oh,
I know my voice actors.
yeah, you do. I'm more like, oh, he sounds cool. You're like, no, he was in this and this and this and this and this. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
And for those Smash Bros fans, he voices Marth or Fire Emblem, like Smash. He voices Marth in those games too.
No shit, huh?
Yep.
That is real. I love when they. I like when they use like because voice actors have that type of fame that I've always wanted in a way where it's like I'm famous to the people who matter, but I can still go to Stop and Shop and be left alone.
I'm glad they're casting actual anime voice actors in this show because we got Max Middleman earlier, we got Shelby Young, now we got Yuri Lowenthal in here. Like it's pretty cool that we're getting anime voice actors in these shows.
Oh no, I totally agree. Like, there's a Rob like going way off topic, but Robin Williams, like when Aladdin was first being made and recorded and all that stuff, Robin Williams obviously voiced the genie, and he told like Disney, he's like, hey, don't put my name as the top bill on this because there's actual voice actors working on this film. They're the ones that should get the credit. I'm already famous. People already know who I am. Like, don't make me the top bill. And then, of course, Disney did. They made him, like, the top billing thing, and that's what kind of sold the movie to a degree. And then from then on came the trend of getting popular actors to voice Disney cartoons and then cartoons and so on and so forth. So, and that's always been the trend, like, since, like, Tom Hanks as Woody, you know, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear.
Yep.
And it's always been that, and that's the controversy right now with the new Mario movie, like Chris Pratt being Mario. Even though Mario already has a voice actor that everyone knows and loves.
And he's in the movie, too.
Really? The actual voice actor?
Charles Martinet is in the movie.
Oh, come on.
As a character, we don't know who he's voicing. We're assuming it's either Waluigi or Wario, but it's not confirmed. He's in the movie somehow, but not as Mario or Luigi.
That's like someone taking you to prom and being like, I'm not going to dance with you. I'm going to dance with that person. You can sit here and watch, but that's what I'm going to do. Like,
however, there are some voice actors in the Mario movie that I'm actually liking the voices of, like Charlie Day as Luigi.
Yeah.
Perfect casting.
I agree.
I actually like Anya Taylor-Joy and Jack Black as both Peach and Bowser, but we're getting a little off.
Yeah.
That will be like that'll be a topic for another day, but yeah.
I mean, are we getting off topic? It's voice actors, animation. You know, it's kind of like we just crossed the street. We're walking on the other side of the street. We're still on the same road.
We're crossing streams here.
So this episode. But yeah, like other than like voice actor, you really like Benny. Like you memorized that voice, that name quick.
I did.
I do like, and
I hope we see him again. Some payback.
I'm hoping we see like his cosplay at cons, because like that I kind of was digging like his neck tattoos.
Oh my god,
that was kind of dope.
Yeah, I want to see people cosplay Benny Barrow.
It'd be a deep cut, but still, well, not a deep cut. I'm sorry, a deep cut for people who aren't used to the Star Wars shows. But we'd be like, I know who that is.
Yeah. Actually, I do know someone who may or may not be working on that. So.
Are they on a certain other podcast that we're friends with, possibly?
Possibly.
Because I think I know who you might be talking about.
Possibly.
Because she does a lot of Bad Batch cosplay. Two that I know of, but she does. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know who
you're
you're talking about.
We'll talk about it off stream. Yeah, we'll talk about it off stream. Anyway.
So yeah, like Mako. I was trying to figure out like what species he was. It doesn't really say in his Wikipedia page.
That is an excellent question.
It doesn't really say. It just says he's a male slaver, and that's it. Doesn't say what species. Died 19 BBY on desert planet. Yeah, like it says definitely when he died, so it gives us an idea of, we kind of knew, but idea of when this takes place. But yeah, what species he is, it doesn't really say.
Yeah, it doesn't say what his species is. That's very interesting.
I mean, by the time this recording comes out, maybe it'll be revealed, but yeah, it's definitely...
Maybe when the episode breakdown on StarWars.com pops, maybe we'll get more information.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, because that's how they revealed like full concept art images of the Bad Batch, like is through the website, the StarWars.com site.
God, yeah, that's true. If it does appear, guys, definitely link it below or leave a comment and stuff like that, or maybe I'll update it if that does show up, and I'll update it in the links below. But yeah, I couldn't just figure out what he was, but he was pretty much a prick. And now that you mention it, like he does give that the Uncle Plot, not Uncle Plot, sorry,
Unkar
Plot vibes, because he's kind of like a big fat jerk and just gives out rations and shit.
Yep.
And he's eating. It's like...
No, you know who he's also reminding me of? Fucking Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
With him eating a lot, like...
Tell him I'm coming out when I am good and ready. And he's just like inhaling like all the stuff. Good Lord. Like... I did feel bad for Benny, like when the Marauder landed, and like he saw like the little chocolate bar, like with the rations, like sitting on the floor, and he just like dusted it off and ate it. I'm like, ooh, that is not cool at
I'm
all.
telling you, sprinkles of Rey from TFA,
Yep. No, I
and
agree.
Jakku.
I totally agree. Like, Jen also brought it up, like when we were watching it. She's like, what is it with food in Star Wars? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, in the book of Boba Fett, like, they were paying them with rations of water. I'm like, oh, yeah. You're right.
Boba had a crap ton of food.
Yeah.
On like the table thingy, yeah. Book of Boba Fett.
And it's like, huh, you're right. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's not like this. It's like, I know there's like underlying like politics in most of like the Star Wars media, where it's like the have and the have nots, and like, the big fat cats only give what they think the workers should have. I know there's that whole underlying stuff that we're not going to get into because that's way too political for this podcast. But it's like,
when is Star Wars not political, though?
Fair, but I don't want to get into it right now.
Fair, that's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll only get into fictional politics.
Exactly.
Within the Star Wars universe.
Exactly. But yeah, it's like, this dude's a dick. Like,
yeah.
And like, it's the way he plays on these like kids, like, because they are. He has kids. They're not adults. They're fucking kids. Because Benny's not much older than Omega, it looked like. Yeah, do we? So, do we know Benny's age or not really at all?
We do not.
Okay.
We do not. Can only assume he's like 14 to 15 at least.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia page and it doesn't state any year he was born because obviously there's not enough information currently out there to determine when Benny was born. So we can only assume based on what we see on screen.
He did, I know we're jumping way ahead, but he did say something very interesting at the end of the episode, which might be foreshadowing his return. And he said to Omega, like, hey, if you ever need a thief, you know where to find me. And, I mean, we still have about 11, 12, 13, like 6 episodes left. And any one of these episodes could be something where they're breaking into some place or need to steal something and they need a thief for stuff. So I'm just saying, it's possible we'll see him again.
I will not mind that. I will not mind that at all. I will be very happy if I see him again. If that line pays off.
I do like that Gonky did save the day on this. Like,
yes, he really did. I'm so proud of him. I'm so glad Gonky's getting more attention this season.
Yep. Buddy. All right. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, like, I like that he saved it. Yes, he is getting more attention this season. We thought he disappeared for like half of it because we never saw him at all until like.
I know. And I was like, no, Gonky lives.
Yep. Gonk.
Held out hope.
Why do I want like a broken Gonk droid? He's a person, damn it. He's a person. What was I going to say? So there's a lot of cool little things also that I thought was dope. Like, I think it was brought up in another podcast, or at least a friend we're talking about, and she said it also, I think, where it was like, so we're at the end of the show, and Omega's being held by one of the droids at gunpoint, basically on that little scaffolding, right?
Yeah.
And the thing's about to drop her into like the lava, but then she sees like Hunter like firing the grappling hook and all that stuff, and she's like, "Oh, this dude's gonna catch me."
Trust thing.
Yeah, the trust fall, that was like really dope because she grabs the robot guy and she pulls him off with her, and they both fall off, and she used the leverage from the robot guy to like get closer to Hunter, and just caught her in midair like Spider-Man, basically, and
like Spider-Man.
Yep,
let's go.
There it is.
Second Spider-Man reference.
So it's like, and I know we know it's there. Like she has a lot of trust for these, for the clones, for like Clone Force 99, and she just knew Hunter would get her, and like Hunter like knew exactly what he needed to do to get her, and it's a lot of little cool moments, like Hunter clotheslining Benny as he's trying to get away. Like he goes to speed off, and like Wrecker's like nope, and just clotheslines him right off his little speeder. What were some of your favorite moments?
Oh, let's see. Um, honestly, the whole like ending when it's basically the Bad Batch versus the Bad Batch and Mako's gang and Benny versus Mako. That was pretty cool. Like the whole like basically like it's what I kind of want the Clone Revolution to be like.
Yes.
I hope that's foreshadowing that because Mako kind of parallels how like the Empire treats the clones, and Mako's gang and stuff kind of parallels how like the clones are being treated by the Empire. I hope that's foreshadowing, because Jesus Christ, please let that be a thing, like between the clones and the Empire.
Oh, I totally
might
agree.
not happen, but
no, it better freaking
like,
happen. I totally agree with that.
Like, they had this episode for a reason, right? And they show this development and setup of these characters, so
no, it's true. It's true. And I think you're right. It does like show that foreshadowing.
It could also parallel their relationship with Sid, because like if you think about it, Sid is kind of like only caring about herself and the money, and the Bad Batch are just working for her. Just like, oh god, I hope they realize that maybe Sid is not that great, and kind of be like, yeah, we don't want to work with you anymore.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because they literally got off. They solved this whole thing themselves. They got off world on their own.
Yeah, Sid didn't help them at all. Like after she literally hung up on her like last episode, or she hung up on them, not they. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a feeling the next episode, at least I hope so, if they're gonna go with it, that this is gonna be a point of contention with the Bad Batch and Sid. It's like, yo, we got off this world on our own.
yeah.
That's why I didn't send anybody, because I knew you could do it. Because that sounds like something Sid would fucking say. You know, it's like,
I'm sure they'd still be pissed though, even though figured it out on their own.
I know, but I'm saying like that would be Sid's excuse of like, see, I knew you guys could do it. I didn't have to send any help. You guys would figure it out on your own. And it's like, yeah, we almost died. Like Omega did a swan dive in order for us to get out of this. So, you know.
Yep.
I did feel bad for Benny at the end when like Mako was like falling off the little bridge thingy, and Benny still tried to save him. And like,
oh god, why did it remind me of Han in Force Awakens? What? Jesus. I'm just now realizing Star Wars parallels that probably no one else has even thought of, like the whole bridge thing. What's with Star Wars and bridges and people falling off of them? Like, what the heck?
The Star Wars galaxy is just a giant OSHA violation. Any way you look at it, there's like no railings, no safety features. Like,
yes, for real though.
That kind of bridge, you should have at least something that like straps to your belt and straps to, like a bar on the bridge that you can just like hold on to just in case you fall off. Like,
I know.
Star Wars don't care about its workers' rights. Damn it! Like, come on, install some safety rails, man. Come on.
Seriously though.
Like, come on, dudes. Freaking OSHA violations. But yes, you're right. There's all these stupid parallels with like bridges and things falling off. We saw it with Han and Kylo. We saw it with the Grand Inquisitor and Kanan.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We saw it here, obviously. We kind of sort of saw it with Vader versus Luke on Bespin.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's their thing. If push comes to shove, throw a character off a bridge. like either throw a character off the bridge or keep on showing us Order 66. Either way, you know.
Oh my lord.
One of these two things will get people like running with it.
We almost got that in Mando or Book of Boba Fett, right?
Did we?
when Din was fighting the armorer and Paz Vizsla.
Oh yeah, they were fighting like below the spaceport
Like,
or something. Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Wow, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do this while we're recording. I'm gonna send that tweet out live on our Instagram.
Oh my god.
Like, you
You
know,
tweet on it.
it's the Star Wars universe is nothing but OSHA violations.
You sure you meant tweet, not Instagram post, or both?
Tweet.
Okay.
The Star. For those of you who are watching this, definitely look for it
Follow
and
our
like it
Twitter.
when you find it. Follow on Twitter at Ilum Radio and like the tweet.
I'm gonna like that right now.
The Star Wars
Oh my
universe
God.
is nothing more than a bunch of OSHA violations. Tell me I'm wrong, Dave the Beard Menace.
Oh my god.
It'd be good if we just put quotes around it.
Can?
No, I
Can
just
do
didn't.
quote.
I didn't. That's why.
You can do quotation,
the bearded
whatever.
menace. There we go. The Star Wars universe is nothing more than a bunch of OSHA violations. Like this, people. You just saw me do it, like, not live, but, live. So. Bong.
Retweeting that right now. Anyway.
But yeah, we're not. I mean, it is like people are always falling off something, like there's no safety restrictions. Like the Emperor got thrown off like his little tower by Darth Vader. Sure, there was a rail there, but I mean, come on, like.
Also, Dave, there's a typo in there.
God damn it.
Have time, quick, fix it.
Yep, let me redo that real quick.
Okay, I'll untweet or undo retweet.
Tell I'm wrong. Yep.
Gotta double check those tweets before we tweet them out.
That's always been my thing. Like even on my own channel, I'm like, oh, I definitely misspelled that. Gotta do that one again. That's how you know it's actually me typing it. That's why.
Oh Lord.
Tell me I'm wrong. There we go. The Star Wars universe is nothing more than a bunch of OSHA violations. Tell me I'm wrong. There we go. That's better. Tweet. Cool. So yeah, like that, friends. At Ilum Radio on Twitter, at Ilum Radio on Instagram, all that good stuff. So yeah, like I like this episode. Like I said, I don't want to call it filler because it absolutely is not.
Arguably, all episodes are not filler for this season.
Fair. That's a very fair point because each episode, like our characters are growing more and more and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wrecker growled a lot in this episode, like a lot in this episode.
Was pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed as heck.
So it's funny because I think you mentioned it, where it's like all the guys in Clone Force 99 have like a certain planet they fit in the best with, or a certain thing they could do after the war is over when they're done doing what they're doing. Like for instance, Tech would probably be good as a racer on that planet, doing the races, and Wrecker would be good with the Wookiees because he was chilling with the Wookiees and like speaking Wookiee at the end of the episode for Tribe.
Drywalk, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, so it makes you wonder, like we've seen a bunch of planets where those two fit in, but we haven't seen anywhere where like Omega and Hunter fit in
I
after.
can see Omega fitting Coruscant with like the senators.
I could see that. Yeah, you're right. After the whole
Um,
Chuchi thing. Yeah.
after the whole Chuchi thing. Yeah, I don't know where else she could be, honestly. Um,
I hate to say.
Considering her passion for freedom and stuff.
Totally. Hunter, unfortunately, I can't see him leaving the fight. Like,
Yeah.
I can see him becoming a like. Let's say if all of them like decide not to stop doing this. Hunter's probably the only one. Hunter and Crosshair are probably the only two I can see not leaving the fight. Either they become mercenaries or bounty hunters. I mean, they're already mercenaries.
I can see Crosshair becoming a bounty hunter. I don't know about Tet or Hunter, but I can totally see Crosshair becoming a bounty hunter, like
Yeah.
similar to Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they might retcon him saying like he was this bounty hunter at some point, but who knows?
Oh yeah, the whole Band-Aid.
Yep.
I still remember those theories that, oh my god, this Crosshair turned into that. I mean,
I mean, you know what? I bet you anything that's what they were going for, like because they did the whole like, especially because it was on the same side. But then they were like, nah, let's not do that. You know, just because. But let's just throw it in there.
I've already retconned so much about Aiden / Caleb's backstories, and that was already canon in the first place. So.
And Captain Rex a little bit with So remember in
Nick Sant.
Yes, in Return of the Jedi.
I think they were meant to be two different characters already. Rex was already like it's already canon that he was on Endor, but he's not Nick Sant. You know what I mean? Like he's like
doing something else.
Yeah.
Let me see. One of my favorite scenes in this episode. Definitely Wrecker clotheslining somebody. That was great. And Wrecker always like growling at Benny Barrow. Like every chance he got. And I like how like Benny is like a bit of like a Teflon Don. Like nothing could stick to him every time. Like he would try to like pass it off as like, I didn't do this. Or
also the Benny Gonki interactions, that I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah, same. Now you mention it, yeah, same. I mean, truthfully, I wasn't expecting Gonki either. I mean, like, I would have thought Gonki would have been brought up in the previous episode when the Marauder was taken. You know, it's almost like they forgot about him until they couldn't find the Marauder. So yeah, I didn't expect him either, but I'm glad he was there, and he did save. And again, he saved the day. So yeah, we covered him falling off the platform because of OSHA violations. The Ezra connection with Benny, because he does feel a lot like Ezra a lot. With a sprinkling of
the Hondo crew theory from last week's episode, that it did not. No. You could still see Hondo. I doubt we'll see him at some point.
Oh, Benny would make a good addition to Hondo's crew.
Hey, listen. If Benny shows up again, maybe he'll join Hondo's crew.
He'd make a really good addition to Hondo's crew. Ooh. I just know we're going to see Benny again. Just because, like, again, if you ever need a thief, you know where to find me. Like, and he does look pretty cool. Like, I thought he was generic. Like, when I first...
Yeah.
When they first showed his face, I thought he was generic looking, but I'm like, nah, he does look pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
And his costume is pretty cool.
Never see his helmet again. That was really interesting. I think that's only for when he's, like, stealing stuff.
Yeah.
To conceal his identity. Even though he's never actually left the planet he's on.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd, but whatever.
I agree, because his helmet looks very like he should be a bird-looking thing because of the feathers on the side. And the way, like, the front piece almost looks like it could have been a beak. At least that's what I thought it was when we first saw it, but it's not. But
then I saw the trailer
yeah.
shots, and I figured it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, you did. I was really hoping he'd be Kanan, just because, like...
No, yeah.
like he finds the Marauder, he recognizes the Marauder, and he's like, I'm taking this as they don't need it, and that's how he's able to pilot it out. And that's the other thing I've noticed about Star Wars, and I know I'm not the only one to bring it up. It is very easy to steal shit in this universe, in this galaxy. Like, very easy. Like I can point out all the examples. Freaking this, him just getting in the Marauder and flying away. And Attack of the Clones, like Anakin finding a speeder on Coruscant and just driving off. That wasn't his speeder. He just found it, when they were chasing the bounty hunter. The Force Awakens, when Finn and Rey are running and they see the Millennium Falcon. They just jump in it and fly away. It's like, are there no keys? Are there no alarm system? Like, why is shit so easy to take in Star Wars? And Return of the Jedi, an Ewok runs away on a speeder bike. Like, come on! Like,
I don't know, man.
Like, holy shit! I'm not complaining. I just find it funny.
Like Earth cars, so
fair. You can hotwire stuff, but it seems like for Star Wars, just flip a few switches and you're out. So it's like. There's no security systems on vehicles and no rails to keep workers safe on things.
Solo, did Haunting Kira steal the speeder? Or
I think so.
I don't remember. I know they stole a lot of stuff in that movie, but
they did. They absolutely did.
And Corellia, yeah, at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. I think they stole the speeder, yeah. And technically speaking, like Lando stole his Millennium Falcon from the impound lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars is just ocean violations and stealing shit. That's really what it is. And losing
the Empire
limbs.
would be good about that? Nope.
Nope, they don't care. They'll replace it. It's fine.
They don't care.
They'll replace it. It's fine. Speaking of Empire, because we are going to jump ship a little bit. Because we're at the end of the episode. Well, closing thoughts on this episode.
Still no Crosshair. Still no Empire. That was established 2 episodes ago. At this point.
Yep.
Jesus, it's been a while since we have seen Crosshair. I hope we see him again.
I agree. We haven't seen Crosshair or Cody.
Cody or there are other clones that are hiding that have pretty much escaped.
Mm-hmm.
There is. I don't know what happened with Rampart. Pretty sure we won't see him again unless, I don't know, something happens.
Well, the next episode is called Metamorphosis, and.
All right, do we want to speculate what that will mean? That title means?
Yes.
Let's just go right into it and see where we go, because I know we can sometimes go crazy with theories on just the meaning of titles. So
I'm assuming Metamorphosis. What they're going to talk about in this episode is we'll see the transition between clones to stormtroopers, like the final transition between that, and them. Like retiring the clones, and we'll see the start of all those terrible things that will happen to the clones. I'm assuming that's what I'm guessing. What's gonna happen next episode?
I hope that'll mean Lacrosse will finally leave.
Same.
Because of that.
Same. Because he had respect for Cody when he saw him.
Yeah. He kind of gave the other, the actual stormtroopers, a dirty look.
Yeah.
Not the other clones.
Because he has a respect for the clones, like Commander Cody. And, he was helping out the other clones. So it's like he cares about the other clones, just not his actual brothers. But at the end of that episode, we kind of saw him feeling him being by himself in solitary clone. So... yeah, it could be that, or it could be just Crosshair finally saying, I don't want to do this. I got to find my brothers. This is it.
And we still don't know who Crosshair's new admiral is. We still don't know who.
That's true. I mean, it could be. I doubt it's Tarkin, because Tarkin was above him, was above Rampart. Thrawn?
Can't be
No.
Nala Se because she's on a different planet dealing with the Imperial cloning scientist who
Right.
we think is connected with Mandalorian. Too far into the future, but still relevant.
Maybe
Right.
Thrawn? Thrawn wouldn't be a Grand Admiral at this time, but
I mean, he does kind of work with the Empires.
So in Rebels,
What do you know about Thrawn in this
at this time frame, I don't
this
know.
point in time?
So like in this point in time, like the Empire just started, so it's like 6 months in.
I mean, Anakin and Thrawn met each other before he became Vader.
And that's canon, I'm assuming, correct?
That's canon because
Okay.
they met on Batuu.
Okay. And what was his rank on Batuu? Do we know?
Don't remember. It was in, I think, Thrawn Alliances.
Okay. Let's do a quick.
Go on Thrawn's Wikipedia
That's what I'm doing
and find out,
right
I
now.
guess.
Thrawn.
I'm sure he had some low rank in the Empire before he ranked up. 'Cause I think he was friends with Eli Vanto.
I don't know. I don't want non-canon. I want actual canon.
There's an entire thing.
No, it's just showing me like non-canon.
There's a
that's why.
canon tab. There's a canon tab on Wikipedia for Thrawn. There should be.
Hang on 2 seconds. Grand Admiral Thrawn. There we go.
Oh my god, wait, who's the ISB guy? I know he's like
Which ISB guy? The one we saw in
the
Andor?
one we saw in Andor. He's probably not involved with all the like military stuff.
Like, let me just. I can probably. There it is.
And it can't be. Oh, there's no way it's Krennic. It's too early for Krennic.
Better known as his codename Thrawn. Jesus, his name is Mithral Naruto. Recognized in his early
that's
career
right.
as Mithral Nuro. Better known as his core name Thrawn. Huh. Alright, let's look at his early life. Junior officer, young lieutenant, junior commander Thrawn. Senior commander. He did do... I mean, it's a huge article. I don't want to go too much into it.
Do a lot.
Born
but
59 BBY.
How old would he be during Bad Batch?
If he was born 59 BBY during Bad Batch, he would be... If it's 19 BBY? Hang on.
Yes, it's 19 BBY, the same year as Order 66.
40, I want to say? If I'm doing my math right?
40?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, so he would... Oh, okay.
First Legion. At the height of his career, Admiral Thrawn served as commanding officer of the 7th Fleet, the flagship which the Imperial I-class Star Destroyer Chimera. Deployed to the Lothal sector a few years after that, so that's way too far. Near the end of the Clone Wars... Okay, near the end of the Clone Wars, in around 19 BBY, the warlike Gisik Hagmani began a plot to destroy the chief's ascendancy. First, they groomed and trained a Nikandoon general named Yiv, who ruled the... I am so sorry for these pronunciations, friends. Nick Radoon Destiny, an expansion empire in the unknown regions. The Jyrix agent Jixtus sent Yiv to conquer or intimidate the nation's neighborhood, the ascendancy to encircle the Chiss, who could not launch attacks on anyone who had not directly attacked the ascendancy. Thrawn left his native unknown regions and traveled to the known space to search for allies against Yiv. There he encountered the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars, and there he encountered fought alongside Skywalker during a mission to Mokev Jiv. Shortly thereafter, Thrawn was instrumental in defeating Yiv's fleet, leading to the demise of Nakadarun Destiny.
This is during the Clone Wars,
During the
right?
Clone
Because
Wars.
Anakin was still okay.
Following the Galactic Republic's reorganization to the Galactic Empire, Thrawn offered his allegiance to Emperor Palpatine, having deemed an alliance with the new regiment beneficial to his people. With the help of Cadet Eli Vanto, Thrawn assimilated...
Eli Vanto? Eli Vanto.
Eli Vanto. Thrawn assimilated into Galactic Society, becoming fluent in Galactic Basic Standard and ultimately graduating from the Royal Imperial Academy on Coruscant. His career in the Navy was highly successful after a series of promotions, receiving the rank of Grand Admiral from the Emperor himself. So...
Oh, really? So he got it right away.
So... Okay. I'm spitballing.
Okay.
I am probably wrong. But... The clone... Okay. So Rampart was like the admiral for the clones, right? That was like what his job was. He gets taken out. Now there's no one in charge of the clones. Thrawn graduates. He's probably graduating about now. Who knows? Because this is 6 months after everything. And he did offer himself to the Empire. So maybe they're like, all right, your first assignment, take care of these clones. Like, they're yours.
Ooh.
Whether they live or die, that's up to you. But these are yours responsibility now.
If you call this, I swear to God, I will be like, dang, I'm glad you read up on Thrawn's backstory before.
I mean, I've been wrong every single time practically, so I probably am wrong on this. But I mean, I'm hoping that's what, like...
If this sets up, like, Thrawn showing up in, like, Mandalorian / Ahsoka, like, it kind of did in Bad Batch. Season 1 with the cloning scientist, so who knows? I mean... anything can happen, really.
Yeah.
And it's very coincidental that this has happened, that the premiere of Mando is happening also on Wednesday, so... yeah.
During the whole metamorphosis. I mean, again, we've been wrong on this before with like stuff premiering at the same time as something else. So,
yes.
You know, but hey, I like the speculation. It's a lot of fun. Like I said in the last episode, I really missed the days of speculating on who Rey's parents were. Like, I missed those days so much. They were so much fun. And reading all the fan theories, watching all the YouTube videos of who her parents were, and, like, the connections people made.
I was actually convinced about the Rey Kenobi thing.
So was I. Oh, yeah. Like, I would have...
For a while, but then I was like, nah, that's never going to happen.
I would have liked it better if it was Rey Kenobi, but not like that's his daughter, but like a niece. You know, like she's a Kenobi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that way better than, because I feel like they did the Palpatine thing just to, again, I'm not shitting on the sequels, but I feel like they did the Palpatine thing just to throw it in there.
You know, it's interesting, like, in the Kenobi show, like, Obi-Wan mentions that he had a brother he never remembered. Mm-hmm. That is something they never bring up ever again, and that bothers me so much.
I know. But, you know, that's in the past. Let the past die, as Kylo said. Bury it if you have to. Yeah. But yeah, I miss those days. And that's why I love when we do our speculations, because it's like, you know, it is kind of fun. And we do make, like, we're like Charlie Day, like making all, like, the connections on the wall and stuff.
The conspiracy board.
That's basically us. And it's like, it's a lot of fun. And if we're right, we're wrong, we're wrong. That's why I throw anything I can to make it stick. But if this is right, I swear to God, like, I'm buying a lottery ticket that night. Just because. I swear to God.
Thrawn shows up. Yo, I mean, I haven't seen Thrawn in the Clone Wars animated style, but we've seen him like the Rebels animation style.
Yep.
We have seen Kanan and Hera in that style, like as younger kids, so who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they already gave us that connection last season, so we'll see. I mean, it makes, honestly, the time frame, Rampart being gone, and them trying to figure out what to do with the clones, it makes the most sense. Like,
God, dude. Honestly, I will freak out if I see Thrawn again.
And like, why not give Thrawn the rest of these clones and send them on like on secret missions in like places where, shit gets thick. Because up until Rebels like what, 15 years before
Yeah.
A New Hope, right? So that means he
Yeah.
rose from the ranks of graduating.
A few years before, because Ezra is the same age as Luke and
Oh,
Leia.
that's fair. Yeah, that's true.
And Ezra would be about 18 in A New Hope, so...
Okay, so...
less than 15 years before, obviously.
So, obviously my military rankings is shit, for lack of a better word, like how it goes, but... From graduating from an officer training school on Coruscant, then 18 years later being Grand Admiral, that's a huge promotion, I think. And yeah, highly successful after a series of promotions. So, I mean, it makes sense. They give him these clones. Go do things with these clones. Don't tell anybody you're working for us, but you have these clones now. Go take over this section of the galaxy that's fighting us off, and they're very dangerous and they're very bad. And go do things there, because as we saw with Tribe, the Empire is using mercenaries to take over planets. They were doing it on Kashyyyk.
And we do need a new Imperial baddie, because we got Rampart in season 1. Now he's just gone. Now we don't have any. Well, I mean, technically we also had Tarkin in season 1, but I don't think we saw him this season.
Not yet.
So,
I mean, it could easily also be Tarkin and just say, hey, do something with these guys while we figure it out. But
or him and Thrawn could communicate with each other, since they both know each other.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And they all knew Anakin before he became Vader.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens on this episode coming up. But what I really want to talk, that's the wrong way to put it. What I'm very excited to talk about,
we all do,
is what are we going to see this first episode of The Mandalorian? Like,
1,000% we're going to see Mandalore somehow.
Yep, absolutely.
I think we're going to get a time jump. A little time jump between the events of Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 3. Like, between that, I think we're going to get a few month time jump. We'll see. I mean, we're probably going to see Navarro, like that first episode.
I was going to say that, yeah. They're probably going to go back to Navarro, and he's going to meet Grief Karga.
I don't think they're going to go. I think that they're going to go to Navarro and see Grief Karga.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the whole clip with Grogu being in the chair will literally be the first episode. That's my prediction.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Because they usually do that with first episode clip, like with episode clips.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Shoot.
Hey, let's go.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
So
what? He
I think we'll
tells
also
Grief.
see Carson Teva also, and they'll talk about the whole... We did see like a clip of him in the trailer, and I think we'll see him again.
Yeah.
On Navarro, because we did see him last time on Navarro, like talking with Cara Dune before the controversial removal of Gina Carano. So obviously, I think they're going to mention Cara Dune in passing, but I don't think we're not going to see Cara Dune. We're not going to see her recast at all.
No.
We're definitely going to get like a mention of Cara Dune being like the new new leader of one of the new leaders of Navarro, along with Grief Karga, for sure. I also want to see what happened with Cobb Vanth. I hope that my theory of him becoming one of the Mandalorians on the poster that I tweeted about,
oh, yeah.
I hope that's true.
Same.
Because that scarf looks oddly familiar. And I know he kept the scarf, so... I mean, he's always had the scarf, but yeah, that scarf looks familiar, that red scarf.
Do you think we're going to see Boba jump into this shit, or he just doesn't care?
I think we will. I think later on, like maybe like mid-season, I think we'll see him like team
Yeah,
up with.
yeah, that's true. I am Boba Fett. Like,
I see Fennec probably. I don't know. Maybe she'll. Um, I mean, someone has to watch the palace, so maybe Fennec will stay at the palace.
Fennec
Who knows? I don't
or
know.
Chrysanthemum, because I think him and like Boba are buddies now.
Oh yeah, Chrysanthemum.
Or even Cobb himself. Maybe Cobb is the one that's gonna stay at the palace, and that's
Well, Cobb is well as far as we know, Cobb is currently in a back to tank.
at the palace. So like,
The palace. I mean, but who's gonna watch him, right?
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Actually, wait. The mods. The mods might watch the palace.
While Fennec and Boba go
Well,
join.
Fennec and Boba and Chrysanthemum maybe.
Because okay, so here's the thing.
Um.
Because we kind of saw this in season 2, where Boba does not get along with the rest of the Mandalorians, and the Mandalorians don't like Boba because they call him like a fake Mando. He's just a clone, all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the argument with him and Bo.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
So, would he go help on Mandalore as a favor to Din, or would he just not care?
I think he will go as a favor for his father because he knows about his he knows about his genetic Mandalorian background because of his father. Like he has the whole chain code thing.
Yep.
Remember? So I think he'll go in favor of his father. Personally, I think that makes the most sense to me.
It does. Because he would want to like get, because he's basically still looking for a tribe in many ways. So
yeah, exactly.
He'd probably be like, "Will this clear my father's name?" Or blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, first episode is kind of. Yeah, we'll probably see what we saw with that little clip of like Grogu sitting in the chair. Obviously. Other than that, we might see him show up on Mandalore because he specifically says to Grief Karga, "I'm going to Mandalore. Like
Yes.
I did my quest and all that stuff."
So, and we'll get maybe him meeting the other Mandos we saw in the trailer. We obviously don't know their names.
Right.
That will be a surprise for the episode when that comes out on Wednesday or whenever. So, Bo-Katan possibly being the new villain. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
she does look kind of evil.
Is she though? Is she like
anti-hero? I don't know.
I can see anti-hero a lot easier than her being like the main baddie. Like
like 100%, it's gonna be like if the overarching antagonist of the entire show is like Thrawn, because essentially the Ahsoka series is essentially setting this up, and he's an Imperial, and like he's probably like knows about the whole Palpatine secretly planning on resurrecting himself / cloning himself. Oh God, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we did mention earlier that Thrawn literally worked with Palpatine like during the Imperial era, so he has to know about his plan, right? His contingency plan.
I would assume so, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, he'll reveal that, because I don't know if Moff Gideon would even know about that. I mean, he probably would, but I don't know. Probably would. I mean, I don't know.
He was sent to go
he's a cloning scientist.
But he was sent to go retrieve Grogu, so he probably does know. Well, okay. Maybe he knows an inkling.
But Perchik too. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, the scientist guy. Yeah.
The Imperial cloning scientist. Yes.
So they probably have an inkling of it, but not exactly why the child is necessary and what they need Grogu for. You know what I mean? Like they probably have an idea, but not the exact idea. I think other than, because Gideon could possibly escape, but I doubt it. And other than Thrawn being set up for Ahsoka, which is probably the most likely possibility. What's his name? Vizsla, the guy that Mando fought.
Vizsla? Yeah.
I can see him being the big baddie.
could see him also being the anti-hero, like,
He
kind of like Armor and
but
Bo-Katan.
he wants that dark saber, and he does not get along with Bo-Katan and her crew at all because they're Death Watch, and they absolutely hated.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
They hated
Yeah.
like the royalty of them, or he hated them basically. So
Yeah.
like I can see him being the big baddie, and yes, I do. Thrawn, them setting up Thrawn for Ahsoka, because we know we're gonna see Thrawn and Ahsoka. That's a given. But here's a off topic but kind of related. It's a question I have for you and our viewers who are watching this / listening to this whenever this gets onto audio. But there's a question that was on Reddit, and it was a really, really good damn question. If Disney or Lucasfilms decides to do more adventures with Luke Skywalker, but young Luke Skywalker, like between now and when he's building the new Jedi Order, should they stick with CG Luke or just recast him as a new actor?
Oh man, this is a typical question.
Yeah.
They've gotten both. And okay. I think realistically, fortunately, I think they're going to go with CG. Now, the reason why is because, number one, in the flashback scene we saw in Rise of Skywalker, both Luke and Leia's, like, heads were CGI'd in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, during post-production. So they're going to look like that, like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher. And if we're going to see Luke Skywalker again in or in the Ahsoka series, or even in this show, like Mandalorian, like, we're going to see CGI Luke Skywalker again. I feel. If it's for...
But what if, like, they give literally
but
Luke...
the difference is, like, they showed up briefly, I guess.
That's the thing. Like, if let's say they give Luke
Not for an entire
Skywalker
show.
his own series about him rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Just cast Sebastian Stan. He already looks like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd be okay with them recasting Luke Skywalker.
That's what I wanted since, like, Mando Season 2 or Mando Season 1, like the end of that.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Like when Luke Skywalker showed up. Like, I was honestly hoping that was Sebastian Stan, but then it was CGI Mark Hamill, you know?
It's like, oh.
No, I was still very excited, but slightly disappointed that wasn't. But, oh well.
Okay, here's a good question no one asked, and it'd be very big shoes to fill. If they give Luke Skywalker his own show, obviously we're going to see Leia. Who should they recast for Leia?
Billy Lord.
Ooh. Yeah.
Billy Lord. She already looks like her mom, so...
That's true.
She technically played her in Rise of Skywalker in the flashback scene, so...
She did, yeah. The only other...
CGI'd her face over, but she played her.
The only other person I would go with, just because I've seen it all over Instagram, would be Millie Bobby Brown. 11, basically, from Stranger Things.
But she's too young.
Yeah, she's only... Well, wait, no. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, she's 19.
True.
She's 19.
And Leia at the end of Return of the Jedi was what?
In her 20s.
In her early 20s?
Like mid to early 20s.
It could work, you know? It could possibly work. Would it be the first time someone much younger played someone older, you know? Like,
yeah, true.
It could work.
I mean, out of respect for Carrie Fisher, I'd rather see Billy Lord.
Agreed.
But that's just my opinion.
They could bring Alan Aldrich back as Han.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
He'd be great. Like, give Alan another chance, man. Come on. Like,
please, he's active on Instagram. He actually has an Instagram account now, so
like,
I wouldn't mind at all.
I'm not gonna lie. Probably after this recording, like before I upload, I'm probably gonna watch Solo while we eat dinner. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been thinking about it all day.
Heck yeah, make Solo 2 happen.
Yeah, like it was.
If you're listening, Disney.
Like,
which I'm sure you are. I'm sure.
Someone is. Someone is.
Someone out there.
But yeah, let's throw it out there right now. Possible Thrawn in season 3 of Mando. Possible Thrawn.
Even like a mention.
Yeah, a mention or something. Thrawn.
Think Ahsoka will show up again before her own show, or do you think they're gonna save that for her own show?
I think they're gonna save for, because there's really no reason other than a flashback with Grogu. I don't think.
Then again, I mean, they did kind of set up Book of Boba Fett in Mando season 2 with Boba showing up and then him getting his own show.
True. So yeah, we might see her at the end. Actually, you know
we
what?
We did kind of get like a post-credit thing with Boba on the throne.
I think you're right, because if anyone's going to help liberate Mandalore and help Bo-Katan, it's going to be freaking Ahsoka.
Ah, because they know each other.
They know each other very well.
The Clone Wars.
And Ahsoka helped her liberate Mandalore at the end of Clone Wars. And get rid of Darth Maul.
There we go.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
I think you're right. Okay. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Yeah, fuck.
And then we'll get a post-credit tag with Thrawn and Ezra. And I swear to God, quote me on this. If we get a post-credit tag with Thrawn and Ezra, and we get like a reveal of how they both look, internet's gonna explode. Similar to Luke showing up in Mando season 2 and Boba Fett post-credit scene at the end of Mando.
Because we do know who's going to be live action Ezra, so it is
it's rumored it's going to be Mads Mikkelsen, but
no, Ezra. I'm saying like Ezra for like we do know like.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we do have live action Ezra.
We do know yes.
Not Thrawn yet, but Ezra. So yeah, I mean. Now, Ahsoka makes a total way more sense now.
You think the Magistrate will show up again? Because it's been a while since we've seen her, and she kind of works with Thrawn, so we'll see her in the Ahsoka series.
I think we're more likely to see her in Ahsoka than we are seeing her in Mandalorian.
I mean,
like
Sabine though.
Sabine.
Maybe like we haven't.
House Wren.
Ooh, wait, hold on. You think maybe like Sabine will definitely see in this show before. Okay. A Satine mention. Oof, that would be sad.
Oh yeah.
Cause yeah. I'm surprised she didn't not mention Satine when she first showed up. Like when she was talking about Mandalorians. Like. How she was never helmeted at all, you know?
It's probably honestly still like a sore subject for her, I would assume.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Sabine showing up, like...
That makes the most sense. House Wren. Yeah, so... I could see that. I could see Ahsoka going to help out Bo-Katan and Mando, because she's already fought with Mando. With Din, basically. I keep on calling him Mando, but Din. And then finding Satine and being like, hey, listen, I have some news on Ezra. I think I know where he is. Do you want to come with me and help me find him? You know? Because I think Hera's going to be in Ahsoka as well, right?
I think whatever clips or footage they saw at Celebration, we're going to see in the post-credit scene for this show.
Yeah,
it's going to set up Ahsoka. Because we haven't seen any trailer footage for Ahsoka officially yet. So I'm betting they're saving that for season finale of this show. I bet. 100%.
And Ahsoka premieres...
This summer, I think.
It says late.
It's definitely this year.
Yeah, late 2023. It's saying. So it's definitely gonna be this year. I can
see it. It's definitely this summer. For sure. The summer's like late-ish.
Yeah.
Summer's a perfect time to release Star Wars content.
It is.
On Disney Plus.
I mean, we also might see some Ahsoka. Oh, yeah, Ahsoka trailers during Celebration. Like an actual real trailer we'll all get to see.
I hope so.
Because Rosario
That'd be
Dawson's going to
cool.
be there, so...
Yeah, that's true.
And we'll probably get the actual date, like, afterwards.
Oh, God. Please.
Wait, no way. Hang on. I'm looking at the IMDb
What?
for Ahsoka.
Oh, no. What, Dave?
Hayden, hang on. Hayden Christensen's going to be in it, apparently.
Oh, that's confirmed. Like a flashback scene? Yeah, that's confirmed.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, I think they also revealed that we're also gonna get like a young Ahsoka flashback, like Clone Wars era Ahsoka flashback in live action, which will break the internet for sure, and I'm excited to see live action Clone Wars content. Please.
Ray Stevenson, who are you supposed to be? What other movies? It's just an actor named Ray Stevenson, older looking dude. What else were you in? Oh, I know who you are. He played... I know exactly who this guy is. He was actually in a couple... He was actually in Thor as,
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh, wait.
The big dude with the big red beard. Volstagg. He was in Thor as Volstagg.
Huh. Okay.
So yeah, he's going to be in the Ahsoka series. I don't think he's going to be Thrawn, but maybe he will be. I don't know. Like, he could even be... No, there's no way in hell they'd make him Captain Rex. No way in hell.
No, they're gonna cast Tim to do Rex.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I feel like the fandom will go mad if
shit.
they casted him.
Yeah, I forgot Hayden Christensen was going to be in it. Huh. I completely forgot about that.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. We'll see, man. Anywho, I think, unless we got more theories we want to spitball, I think that might be it for this episode of Ilum Radio. If you guys...
Doing double duty next episode.
Oof, yeah, next episode is going to be deep, guys. It's going to be deep.
Oh, boy.
If you guys want to tell us your theories about Mandalorian Season 3 or the next premiere
we
first
could do
episode.
2 separate episodes and release them on the same day.
Ooh, we could.
Like, just to make things coherent, I guess.
Yeah.
Talk about one thing at a time. Release them as 2 separate episodes. But record.
Same day.
We'll see, yeah.
But if you
Might be
guys
more
have your own
ideal.
theories about the Season 3 of Mandalorian, please drop it below. Or send us a tweet to at Ilum Radio on Twitter. If you guys have any predictions for episode 1 of The Mandalorian and you made it this far in our episode of Ilum Radio, leave a comment below or send us a tweet at Ilum Radio on Twitter. You can also find us on Instagram at Ilum Radio. You can find us on TikTok at Ilum Radio, or if you just want to email us a theory of yours or anything you want, send us an email to ilumradiopodcast@gmail.com. If you guys want to find us on social media directly, Millie, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at me_Halprin. You can find me on Instagram at Millie_Halprin, and I'm also on TikTok sometimes, also at me_Halprin. I usually just repost videos on TikTok. I'm not very active on there, but I do post and repost and some stuff there.
If you guys want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at TheBeardedMenace, as it says down there. If you guys want to find me on Instagram, I am Dave Bearded Menace on Instagram, Dave Bearded Menace on TikTok. And also, if you guys want to hang out with me on a live stream, twitch.tv/Dave Bearded Menace every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Occasionally, if Millie's not too tired and wants to hang out, she'll be in the chat also. As always, derailing the fuck out of the stream, bringing up some funky Star Wars thing she found that day, and it's always hilarious. At least I enjoy it. I find it funny when you come in. Anywho, friends, that is it for us. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, be easy, stay frosty, and may the force be with you, friends. Peace.